Developing tonight, Investigative Post reporting a federal judge has ordered the release of a 19-year-old asylum seeker, sending him back to his family. This after he was arrested by ICE outside an immigration court in downtown Buffalo back in May. The report says Judge Lawrence Vilardo's ruling, in his ruling, he wrote that Oliver Mata Velasquez followed all the rules and the government pulled the rug out from under him and many like him. Lawyers for Mata Velasquez hope this will influence the countless other cases that are just like this, both locally and on a national level. So Jim Heaney, editor and executive director of the Investigative Post, is here with us now. While he didn't write this piece, he does have the knowledge about it. And we wanted to bring him in and talk a little bit more about this. We know that J. Dale Shoemaker did a lot of the work here, and you guys also partnered with The Intercept. A lot of work went into this, but we want to talk about the ruling here by the judge. It's a pretty big deal. Explain to me how the judge got to this ruling.
Well, I think he looked at the facts and came to a conclusion that the Trump administration was changing the rules in the middle of the game. They've done a couple of things. They rescinded an order that was issued during the Biden administration that prohibited arrests at courthouses in situations like this, and they also gave immigration judges wider berth to dismiss asylum cases that made people appearing before them more vulnerable for to be seized by ICE agents afterwards. And Judge Vilardo basically said you can't change the rules in the middle of the game, and he ordered the migrant to be released, which is pretty unusual.
Right. So with this particular migrant, Mata Velasquez in this case, does this mean he's off the hook here? Could he possibly be detained again?
Well, you don't know. You don't know, do you? He's been freed, but the Trump administration has been so aggressive in trying to detain and deport that you don't know you don't know what rules they're gonna play by and what rules they're not.
I think this is interesting here because you're talking about this judge, possibly setting a precedent here. Do you think that this could have a national impact and that other places will look at Buffalo and Western New York and say, well, look, this happened here?
Well, clearly, I would expect the federal government is going to appeal this ruling. But if it holds up under appeal, this could have national implications. So it's a very big deal.
Do you think that this differs from other cases in any other way? Was this very specific because he was detained at the courthouse, or do you think it'll be a strike similar to some of those other cases?
There's been hundreds of people who have been seized under the same circumstances. This case moved forward, the timing such as it is. Whether or not the legal representatives of other people in the same situations pursue this, I guess, is yet to be determined. But this does, if it survives a challenge on appeal, this could be applied across the board.
I think it's interesting to see, the language and the verbiage that was used by the judge in this ruling. I think maybe we'll have a lot of eyes on Buffalo and Western New York and how this case moves forward as well. You guys do so much great work there. Are you guys going to continue to follow this one? Yeah,
Dale has done probably a dozen stories on ICE activities, substantial stories, and we're garnering actually national coverage over what we've been doing. So yeah, no, we're staying on this. This is Buffalo. I think because we're on the Canadian border, I think we're kind of ground zero for a lot of activity, and we've got the detention center in Batavia, which is a large detention center. So there's a lot going on in our backyard, and we're going to stay on top of it.
Well, thank you so much for coming here. Thanks for your work, Jim Heaney with the Investigative Post. Thank you so much.